Hi, I'm KJ Foster and this is Fostering Resilience. So today I'm talking about the pink cloud, and specifically what is a pink cloud and why is it so important to know about this pink cloud, especially if you're somebody who's brand new to recovery or you have a loved one who is new to sobriety, because this is something that is typically experienced by the individual who is newly sober, new to recovery. And so what it is this like flight into health, where the individual is starting to experience positive benefits from their sobriety. So physically, they're feeling really good, and maybe aspects of their life are getting better, and they have this sense that sobriety is pretty easy, and it's not really that big a deal, and oh, this is wonderful. And they may even say things like, sobriety is awesome. I got this. I'm never going to drink again. So this flight into health, this pink cloud, can be viewed as a form of denial because the person is not really clear. They're not really fully understanding how difficult recovery is really going to be, because recovery is a long process. It's not something that happens very quickly. It's not something that happens overnight. Generally, it takes about 18 months to 2 years for the brain to fully heal and recover. And during that time, we really have to be vigilant about working a recovery program, about protecting our sobriety. So it's about having a healthy respect for the power of the illness, because it is a very powerful illness. And I'll tell you this, and this is a fact: no one, absolutely no one, recovers from an addiction without experiencing pain, without experiencing discomfort. So if you're in this place of life is wonderful, I love sobriety, I'm never going to drink or jug again, then you need to be prepared, because that is not going to last. It may last a long period of time. It may last 3 months. It could maybe even last 6 months. But I promise you that the proverbial S is going to hit the fan at some point. And if you are not engaged in a recovery program, if you don't have a support group, if you are not attending meetings on a regular basis, if you don't have a mentor who is guiding you, then you are putting yourself at very high risk for relapse, because it's not going to stay that way. There absolutely is going to come a time where you're going to experience post-acute withdrawals, or something's going to happen, or you just might put yourself in situations around people, places, and things that are dangerous for you, not understanding the neural pathways and the neurotransmitters and the impact of the addiction on your brain. So we're just really in sort of like this form of denial, right? We're still thinking that this isn't really that bad, and I've got this, and it's not going to be a problem. And that's really, really dangerous. And I see this a lot with individuals in treatment, where they're in treatment and they have this attitude of, oh, this is a piece of cake. I got this thing, I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to drug again. This sobriety thing is great. And they leave treatment with this I got this attitude. And I always internally cringe to myself, and I will typically also share with them my concerns about the attitude of I've got this, because generally when people think that they've got it, they don't have it at all, because they are not taking the power of the illness seriously. So they're not doing the things that they need to do in order to protect themselves. Not everybody will experience a pink cloud, but some people do. And so if you're the family member, you might think to yourself, oh my gosh, I really, what can I do? How can I help my loved one if they're experiencing this pink cloud? And so my advice to you is you absolutely can share the information with them, let them know that this is something that's common, and if they're experiencing this, then they need to watch out and be careful. But other than that, then it really is up to the individual to work their own program, to take the precautions they need to take in order to ensure they're protected, you know, and they're taking their prescription, so to speak. And that's up to them. So as the loved one, as the family member, my advice is, okay, go ahead, share the information with them, but then you need to step back, allow your loved one to be responsible for their recovery. And then if they relapse, it's going to be important how you respond to that relapse, because relapse is very common. And I'm not saying to go ahead and expect relapse, but I am saying to be cautiously optimistic, because relapse is very, very common. I experienced the pink cloud the very first time I attempted to get sober, and as a result, I didn't do the things that I needed to do in order to protect my recovery, and I relapsed. But relapse does not mean failure. Relapse is an opportunity to then reassess our program and start to put those precautions into place, start to take action, alternate action to protect our recovery. And I have a video on that I posted last week. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, how best to respond to relapse, whether you're the individual or the family member. I hope you found this information helpful. Thanks so much for watching. And if you know anyone who would benefit from this information, please share it with them. And I post videos every single Monday, so hopefully you'll join me back here again next Monday. In the meantime, have a beautiful and a blessed week. Namaste.